If trading discipline actually worked, you would be profitable. But that's not the case. You see, trading discipline is a huge myth. No amount of trading discipline is going to work if your nervous system is unregulated. Let me explain. Because by the end of this video, you're going to understand what the root cause of your trading issue is and be able to fix it, and then your trading discipline becomes automatic. You're not fighting it. So let's get started. Your nervous system is your vibe, your frequency that you give off to the field. Your body is a bioelectric magnetic generator. It's giving out frequency. That frequency, your vibe, is based on your nervous system, how you're feeling. And that is your default state that you are projecting into the field. And because of that, that is your true trading identity. You cannot pretend to be a profitable trader and just think your way through it when your body, your nervous system feels otherwise. Does that make sense? Let me explain. Your nervous system has two states. It has the sympathetic and the parasympathetic state. Your sympathetic state is what most traders are trying to trade from, is the survival trading. That's your survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you're going to attract the following: urgency, scarcity, and lack. So you think there are no more opportunities coming, so you need to take this trade now. That's why you FOMO. The urgency also is the impatience. You have to act now or you're going to miss the trade. And then that's why you take bad trades. And then you're trying to prove to people around you, to your friends, your family. And because of that, you're going to force your trades. And of course, you're in survival mode. You're completely attached to the outcome. Your ego needs to prove itself. It is attached to winning. If it wins, it feels like a genius. If it loses, it feels like a failure. And that's why you micromanage the trades. You cannot let go of your trades and just let your profits run. You have to stare at the charts. You become obsessed with looking at charts all day. And that is going to induce you into taking even more bad decisions, more bad trades. And the way you know that your body is operating from the sympathetic nervous system is quite simple. You're going to know it because you're going to feel tightness in your chest. Your chest will feel tight, and you're going to have this gut-wrenching feeling in your stomach. You know, that feeling when you take a trade and then you know you messed up. You know it was a bad mistake. You know you shouldn't have taken that revenge trade. You have this sick feeling in your stomach. That's the stomach knots. And also, your breathing. You have shallow breathing. And your shoulders become tight. You see, all of this, this urgency, outcome, and scarcity, and all of this, and then the body signals, this is really good when you're trying to run away from a saber-toothed tiger. That is the automatic response to survival in the jungle. And it works really well there. However, that primal programming from the jungle doesn't really work in today's society. It really doesn't work in trading because it treats everything now as a threat. So automatically you think everything is dangerous. And when you're trading, you have capital. You're trading capital. You're risking capital, which means there is danger, potential, because there's a loss that you could lose. There's risk. You could lose that capital. However, that's not the case. If you're managing risk, then it really doesn't matter. But your body doesn't, your nervous system doesn't think of it that way. It automatically goes into this survival mode trading. And when you're in survival mode, you don't have time to make logical decisions. You don't have time to make rational decisions because the body, the nervous system is trained to get out of trouble, to run from that saber tooth. Or in this case, the risk that you have in your trade, it shuts down your thinking. That's why you get into bad trades. That's why you FOMO. That's why you revenge trade. That's why you over leverage. That's why you can't stop trading. That's why you obsess over the chart. And this is why you're stuck. It's not strategy. It's not even discipline. You can't discipline your way out of this because this is your natural state. If you're always here, it's your natural state. This is what feels familiar to the body. It's familiar. And because it's familiar, the body keeps repeating this negative pattern. And that's why you make the same mistake every single week. So you have to switch from sympathetic and always remain in the parasympathetic state. You can train yourself to stay here. You're not always going to be here. Most of the time you're here because the body is just trying to survive. It's been conditioned this way. So you have to reprogram and recondition yourself to stay on this side of the equation, the parasympathetic. And that is regulating your nervous system. That is what we call regulated trading. That's where the prefrontal cortex works. That's where rational thinking and logic lives. That's where high-level decision-making occurs, you see? Because now you're calm, you're patient, you have neutral execution. You are detached. You don't care about the outcome. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens, happens. It's all probabilities in trading. And you're more selective. So you're not taking any old crappy trade. You're waiting for your setup. You're waiting for your confluence. You're not rushing into trades. This is where you need to be trading from. Doesn't matter if your strategy is 100% win rate. If you can't execute with this identity, this nervous system identity, trading's going to be hard. And how does it feel to be on this side? When you are calm and patient and all of this, your breathing is slow. You have deep breaths naturally. You're relaxed. Your chest is relaxed. Your shoulders are loose. You have a grounded posture. You're not tense. Does that make sense? That's how you know you're on this side. You're relaxed. You're chilled out. Everything's good. You're safe. You're safe. That is the most important word. Because in survival mode, you're not safe. Everything's a threat. And if everything's a threat, you can't think straight. So you have to be safe. You have to shift to know that you're managing your risk. You've got your 1 trade per day rule or whatever it is. You have your system, your process, and you're safe in that process. You trust the process. You're not attached to the outcome. You don't care if it wins or loses. It's all probability. You're safe within your probabilities. And that is how you have consistent execution. Those are the two states that the nervous system has to operate in, one or the other. And you'll always want to be on that side. This is what nobody talks about. The identity, your trading identity, or anybody's identity for that matter. Okay? My identity is a profitable trader. I am a lawyer. I am a doctor. I am a policeman. I'm a mother. I'm a father. Those are the identities that we speak, that we tell people. However, that's not what the universe or the field responds to. Those are words. Those are spoken words. What it responds to is your energetic vibration, your frequency, your vibe. The vibe that your nervous system is creating is giving out. This is how you communicate with the field, through your nervous system, your emotions, your feeling. That is important. If you feel lack, if you feel scared, you're going to attract more of that. If you're feeling abundant, you're feeling calm, resourceful, then you're going to attract more of that. Let me give you an example. You can have two traders looking at the same setup, taking the same trade. So you have your mentor showing you the trade, taking the trade, and your mentor is most likely parasympathetic. He's calm, he's in control, he's seen it 1,000 times, he's familiar, he feels good, he knows what's going to happen. He's not attached. And then you got the student that's copying and is not aware of that. And the student thinks it's just strategy. But the student is all over the place. The student's here. The student is thinking about how to pay bills, how to do this. Oh, that's a problem. This is a problem. Nothing ever works. Everything is panic mode. Everything is FOMO. The student will take the same trade and freak out. Because the identity is coming from there. Unregulated nervous system. And so the identity is not what you say, it's what you feel. And what you feel is coming from your nervous system being regulated. Do you feel calm or do you feel panic? Do you feel stress? See? So your identity is your nervous system baseline. And the nervous system is the frequency vibe that you give out to the universe, to the field. And the field has no option, no choice but to respond accordingly. As within, so without. So your internal state will attract the external outcome, the mirror principle. This is the missing piece to everything. This is the sauce. Regulating your nervous system. Your trading results will follow your baseline state, not your intention. Yeah, sure, you could say that you want to make money in trading. Your intention to pass the prop challenge, to become a profitable trader, those are your intentions. However, your intentions mean nothing if your nervous system or your baseline state is not coherent with your intention. So that goes to here. If you're incoherent, incoherence, will have a stressed mind, a stressed out body. You'll break your rules because you're incoherent, you're not in flow. Once you're coherent, or you achieve coherence through the parasympathetic regulated trading state, then you're calm, your body is calm, and you're aligned. You're in alignment. You're in alignment with what the market is doing, the market structure, your process, your confluences. You're in alignment. Only then trading is effortless. There's no forcing, nothing. Everything is automatic. It becomes easy. You see, it's not discipline. You don't need to go run 5 kilometers before trading. You don't need to eat clean. You don't need to go to the gym. Sure, you should do those things. I'm not telling you not to do those things. Those things are good. But you know, people that do that and still crumble when they trade because they don't understand what I'm telling you. This is the missing link. So you have to downregulate your nervous system. And this is what I do with my students. We reset the nervous system and then we reprogram the new identity so it becomes automatic. That's the fix. Now you understand the problem. You have to deregulate. And it's not just doing it once, it's a process. It takes time. You have to retrain the body. You have to retrain the nervous system so that your new state becomes automatic. Your default state becomes your automatic state so that you're always in the parasympathetic. So you're always calm, you're always in control. Does that make sense? If your default state is in the parasympathetic state, you're regulated, your life gets better. Not just in trading, everything. You're not stressed about anything. So if you're feeling more abundant, you're feeling like there's opportunity everywhere, life is good, you're feeling good, then it's going to show up. It's going to reflect in your trading. It's going to reflect in your relationships. It's going to reflect in every area of your life. This is the key. That is the secret. So I really hope that this was interesting and eye-opening for you. If this resonates with you and you want to go deeper, then check out the first link in the description. This is what I do with my students. We regulate the entire system for trading. We delete all the bad negative habits and all the bad patterns, and we install the new subconscious programming, the new habits so that they stick, so that your trading becomes automatic, it becomes easy. And that is where you need to be if you want to see any kind of breakthrough this year. Seriously. I'm not here to teach you strategy. I'm here to fix you. I'm here to fix the trader, the person that pulls the trigger. And I know that's you. So if that's what you want to do, check out the link. If you're new to my channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop your comments below. Let me know where you're at. Let me know if this resonates and makes sense. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Goodbye.